Hi, I'm Steve Domo from Talk and Takeoff, and today we're in Byron Bay with my dad Bruce, who's an ex-train driver, and we're going to check out the Byron Bay Solar Train, which is the world's first solar train, running from here to Byron, back out to North Byron. So it's about a 3-kilometre ride. So we're going to check it out. Come with us. Yeah, probably is most. Basically, you've got a couple of solar panels on the roof, which don't really do a whole lot, but they actually power the batteries. And on one end of this rail motor used to have 2 diesel engines. They took out one diesel engine and put in dual electric motors, AC electric motors. So you've got the diesel at one end, which can power it up if it's an emergency or if it's needed, but it just usually runs on the electric motors from the battery, which then gets charged at each end of the 2 stations here. So overnight it charges it up using the power that the solar panels on the top of the buildings have generated during the day. And that's how the Byron Bay Solar Train works. The Byron Bay Solar Train is a truly unique experience. I'm really thankful for the drivers and the team for hosting us today. My dad, Bruce, was a train driver for South Australian Railways and Australian National for 26 years. He drove such trains as the Indian Pacific, the Overland, the GAN, and other really long goods trains. So for him to be able to ride in the cab today was just a really amazing experience. Please listen along for some of his stories. At least you got the dash cams and stuff.
Yeah.
Makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, so people in Byron don't like to stop. You get a lot of people just walk out, like especially like here down the beach and stuff.
Yeah.
Essential.
Over there, we've been coming home up bush. We come through a break one night, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And you got silly idiots sitting on the side,
Yeah.
and they're smoking weed,
Yeah.
and they're lying back.
Yeah.
And you come whistling through, and all they do is they sit up. Their heads are missing by inches on the coaches.
Yeah.
Well, you get animals tied at the track. They well not.
Yeah.
You know that wheelie bin thing you hit?
Oh, we
Salisbury?
we just on dusk one, come around into Salisbury into Adelaide, and we come around the 110k curve. And we're doing 110 and we hit the skills. And we hit and I looked, we were looking out like this, and looked up, and getting closer, it was a bloody wheelie bin full of rocks.
Oh.
Like a four.
Yeah, I'll give my punch.
Oh, you got the tickets.
Yeah, I had them here somewhere.
Look at that.
Thank you. Didn't want you to have to walk.
I'm an ex-train driver, and on a freight one night with a 2 kilometre train I had, freight, and I was the junior boy, and the mate said, "You've got to go for a walk," but we came around a big curve through
You want to have a look?
station.
He's a train driver. Say hi, Stephen.
Hello.
So we started notching up, and the train's getting harder. Come to a stop. Some cloud loaded the back trucks, about 4 or 5.
Cool.
And at the time of the
my goodness.
tied the rope to the tap for the train.
Yeah.
You tied the rope to the tap, and then flap the other thing, shut the tap off. Back trucks were all dragging. So you could walk 2 kilometres there, 2 kilometres back.
Archery, bring it back up.
I can't hit the ribbon.
No, it's hard, isn't it? There's a motor, it's bloody, yeah, there you go. Let's take it back up to 30. Give her a good hit, so she gets a good roll. Yep. Bring it up, yep. Sweet. Yeah. Get your arms up, yep. Once she hits 30, just shut her off, you should get to the 0.5 mark.
Sorry, we're not hiring.
I'm pretty sure he'd volunteer for this.
Good news. It's all right so far.
It's scary when you're doing 120 k's on the IP.
Yeah, you would be. Yeah.
You're about this distance right around with it to the
Yeah.
crossing right up there.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, oh, it's clear, and all of a sudden you're getting halfway there and some cloud wants to get across the
Yeah. There you go. Smooth back on. So bring that up just below 200. Then get that up to 30. Just need to fiddle with it. Then yep. Bring it to 30, then just shut it straight off. Just good coast. Fair bit.
Wow. Wow.
Shut her off.
This is awesome. I've heard all about the driving. Never seen it driving. That's amazing.
He took me out when I was a kid a couple of times.
That's right. That's awesome.
Wow.
Sorry.
You get used to the engine rhythm.
Yeah, yeah.
3,000 horsepower behind, but then you can run it 3 or 4 locos of that.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
If you hit up Pacific National, they do like work experience on their trains, do the relay working to see if you want to do it full time. It's a way to sort of engage into going.
I wouldn't make as much money as a train driver.
No, you don't need to. Just for the like experience, of it, you know,
yeah.
like you sit up there with the drivers, do a whole way across an oval ball.
Sure.
Although they're on good money at the moment,
Yeah, they are.
because they can't
Yeah.
get enough people to start.
Yeah,
You'd want to be young enough to do it for, say, 5-10 years and keep all you can get, bank it, and then get out.
yeah, yeah. If you went out and worked in the middle of nowhere for a while.
Oh,
But it's like in Europe, like travelling on the high-speed trains. They can't get train drivers because people can't start their mobile phones long enough. Of course, you're travelling through. There's a whole lot of safety systems.
yeah.
But they also have systems in place to make sure you're not sitting there on your mobile phone.
Yeah.
A lot of the younger people just can't do it. They can't start stuff.
I worked in the hospital. I forgot how to train driver, and
Yeah.
the rules and regulations. I was just an orderly, come cleaner, come
Yeah.
this, come that.
Yeah, no.
And if you didn't break the rules, I said, just let me work on my own and keep your eyes off me. I'll get the job done.
Yeah.
You're not going to see us get done.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do it. And I don't want to make any claims or anything or do anything that's going to hurt me. Or just get the job done and go home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Very good. Thank you so much.
No drama. All good. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah. Oh, train.
So how was that, Dad? That was a pretty exciting ride for you.
Yeah, something else.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Dad got the opportunities to have a bit of a tinker in the cab, and that was good fun. First time since
Excellent. Yeah.
first time since when was the last time you drove?
1997.
Was the last time you drove?
That's the last time I drove. I drove a stone train,
Yep.
Penrice to Adelaide.
Yeah, the last government one, wasn't
The
it?
last government one.
Yep.
Then no more.
When they privatised it all. And that was,
Excellent.
how do you feel?
Oh, chuffed. Absolutely chuffed.
Stoked.
Stoked. Chuffed. Stoked. Now I'm going to have a good beer. We're going to go
Yeah,
beer
yeah.
somewhere.
Check out the North Byron Hotel.
Love every minute of it. First soul trade drive.
Not quite like the diesels used to drive.
But just slightly different.
Yeah.
Slightly different.
Yeah. Hopefully they can extend the line back out that way.
That's what they need.
Just down that way there, you've got the Byron Bay place where they hold Blues Fest, and that is like a kilometre down there, so you can bring all the people from Blues Fest and those sort of events that happen out at that vicinity to here, which would be really, really cool. But, let's hope they can get it extended, because it's a really good thing. We've got a real treat for you. This is the Byron Bay Green Frog, built in 1922. This is in its original location alongside the Byron Bay Rail Corridor, with an interview with the late Mr. Brian Parks. This is very cool.
Good here and run of the way it is with that
Yeah.
tractor motor in, but the old petrol engine was, you can certainly hear that one all over the place.
This is the original motor out of it, which is a 4-cylinder petrol motor. Unfortunately, suffered a broken crankshaft, which forced the piston up into the head. So it now runs a little 4-cylinder tractor motor, diesel. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Hit the like, subscribe and share. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Thanks for spending time.
Well, that's why they don't go to the station. They rather go right into the railway yard and up to the station platform. All the concerned citizens,
Everyone was concerned about that road crossing, weren't they?
concerned about the crossing, they might have to stop their cars here.
yeah.
They'll have a seat there, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to see, but if you can, some cameras will do it.